If they were to tell you, I'm going to give you $1 million, I don't think many of you would ask yourself or the person making the statement if there was a trust on their background, their accomplishments, and who they were. I don't think many of you would really ask if you were going to get that $1 million in hundreds, fifties, or 20s. I think most of you would be so excited based off of who you were speaking to. And mind you, that person may not have had typical communication with you, but because you know who they are, you're willing to extend the faith that the $1 million is going to be there. And you would ask, when can I pick it up? And if you didn't have a ride, you would absolutely hitchhike or walk by any means possible to get there. And it reminds me of the same sentiment when people say, I wasn't raised in the right household to be successful, or I don't have all the right tools to be successful. I don't have all of the right resources and the people and the relationships and the politics in place for me to make it in life. And it goes back to responsibility of one's decisions, to really say to yourself, I want this, and I'm willing to do anything that it takes to get it. If it causes me to be uncomfortable, if it causes me to become weary of the fight, if it causes me to claw, scratch, and fight for what I believe that I want, then I'm willing to do anything that it takes to get there to point B. And the sentiment behind those analogies is, if you don't engage in the content typically, and you don't understand the heart of the person that's going to be providing you with the content, you would be more opposed to asking what it's going to be about to see if it sits with your approval before you actually give us an opportunity to listen. And so that's the analogy that I love to use, because people never question something that benefits them at face value. But if they have to fight for it, and they have to be uncomfortable for it, and they have to grow weary at seeking their destination throughout their journey, so many people won't even embark upon that journey to take the first step. And so some of the content that we provide you with may be a little bit racy. It may be a little bit uncomfortable at times. Truth is like a double-edged sword when it cuts through hot butter. A sword can be used to either destroy if you're the opposing party, or it can be used to protect if you're on the other side of that sword. And so you have to understand the information that we're giving to you is meant to protect and to give you your wings as a person, so that you can empower yourself to say, yes, I can. I don't care what my mother or my father said I couldn't do. I don't care if I grew up in the ghetto or if I grew up in poverty. I don't care about what everybody else in the culture is saying. I'm not interested in how we're raised over here in the Western culture, because there's so many things that we've been programmed to believe that are completely false. If we look at every other culture in the world outside of the boundaries of what we call the home of the brave, land of the free, and we start to understand that there is agendas and there are people that are placed in strategic positions that are here to stop us from getting the information that we need to be able to believe in ourselves, to say, yes, we can. Because if we say, yes, we can, we become a revolution of empowered individuals who don't believe the naysayers and the people that are placed in those positions. We start to understand that when we empower ourselves with the knowledge, the understanding, and the wisdom that it takes to become a man or a woman that says, yes, I can, you no longer are a dreamer, you become a doer. And when you become a doer, that's when the world gets scared to approach you and your theologies, because nothing that they say can supersede everything that you've done. So when you have to ask the world What are you providing me with before I engage with you? It's not about that you care or don't care. If you believed in the messenger, why wouldn't you allow yourself to consume the content? Thank you for tuning in to this brief clip of In the Den podcast. For the full episode, please click the link in the description. As always, peace, love, and blessings. Salute.